It takes more than courage, zeal, and perseverance to swim the murky, shark-infested waters that have characterized our nation, Nigeria. Now, since 1960, when a jubilant group of patriots fought to wrestle Nigeria from the hands of the colonial masters, the fortune of this nation, which is the most populous black nation in the whole of the world, has continued to dwindle. Now, from economic inflation to high rates of unemployment to infant mortality, and also the spate of banditry, terrorism, and the likes. Amid all this, however, there still are patriots, nationalists, who believe in the Nigerian project, who have risen from the very nadir to the utmost zenith of their career, their professions, and their callings. These people have exhibited uncommon valor, and their show of Valour Unlimited has earned them a spot on today's edition of the program. On today's edition of Valour Unlimited, we celebrate a young, dynamic, philanthropic gentleman who has carved a niche for himself. He's a frontliner, a pacesetter, a leader, a capacity builder, and above all, a patriot, a true nationalist with green and white flowing through his veins. He is a health practitioner with specialization in HIV education and counseling. His name is Honorable Amos Kadashi Swa. Nice to have you on today's show, Honorable Amos.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure meeting you, and it's a pleasure having you in this program.
All right, now we're going to begin by asking you how your education, be it formal or informal, be it religious, how has it shaped your mind? How has it prepared you for the world that you came into, and how has it made you feel?
Wow, that's actually an interesting question that actually made me feel excited. With this question, how does my education, spiritual life shaping my mind to become who I am? I felt education is the light of this world, and education is what actually gives us the right sense to think directly. Combining our secular education and the religion education, that actually bring me to the person I am today. That actually motivated me to be who I am today. Without religion, I don't think I will be this perfect person people think I am. It's religion that actually motivated me and make me the real person, because I am a Bible believing Christian. Combined with my education, I am good to go, and it actually bring out the man in me to be able to face the world today.
Okay. Now, it is a known fact that you are a philanthropist. That means you are someone who gives back to the society. Now, but what has spurred you on to do this over time? Because we are in a society where people tend to say there is poverty in the land, and so they will have to hold back whatever they have. But you have been able to give. Now, what has been spurring you on, and what are the evidence to show that you are a giver?
Perfect question. Talking about me being a philanthropist, you see, in this life, from the point of religion, let me go back there. What do I own that wasn't given to me? Everything I own on this planet Earth was given to me, because I came into this world naked with nothing. From the womb of my mother, I acquired all the possession. Why won't I give somebody who is in need? The religion actually shaping me to become the good philanthropy that I am. I give out what I have, I give out my skills, I give out what I have in my brain, and I give out with financially, because that is what is needed of me as a child of God.
Now, besides your religious connection, or rather, let me put it this way, besides your religious belief that giving is next to
godliness,
do you think that you should give everything you have besides your material wealth? You think you should give other things besides the material wealth? And how, well, where do you call it, where does it end for you when it comes to generosity?
Good. For generosity and giving, you see, this question actually touched who I am. Personally, I can give even my last card, knowing fully that this person actually needed it more than I do, because I believe if I give, I'm going to get it more. If I give, I attract God blessings. If I give, the nature blessed me. That is why me to give doesn't really shake me or doesn't really make me feel little of myself. Giving is just part of me, and giving is what I know how to do. And I don't have limitation, or I don't have borderline for giving.
Okay.
I don't. As far as I have, and you presented your request, I give it to you.
Okay. Now, you know, sometimes in life you're doing something and you tell yourself, I'm not getting anything in return. You've been generous, just like you said, and you've been giving out to people. Do you think it's time for you to show up it and say no more, because I'm not getting anything in return, or even if I'm getting in return, I'm not really being appreciated for giving out to people who are in need of it?
You see, anybody that is giving gifts expecting something back from the source where he give that thing, you've not started giving. If you're going to give and still expect something back, do you call that giving? You call it borrowing. I also say that adashi wajia. You give somebody to keep something for you, later
So
come
you
and
take it
collect it back. You understand? But if you're giving, it is gone without hoping to get it back. Another source will now open for you to be able to carry on.
Now let's delve into something different. You are a very young person, and you've decided to throw it down with the big dogs. I'm talking about your political career now. And what has been the spur for you? What has been your inspiration to go into politics, knowing that people keep saying that it's a dirty game? You talked about you being a Christian and being a very good one at that. So, do you think you going into politics is going to affect that or shaping you differently?
Thank you for this question. Politics and religion and myself. My person, I don't think there is anything that can actually change my kind of person. Okay. Irrespective of what he eats, what that thing is. Number one, if you truly know who you are, you truly know what you are doing, I don't think there's anything that can change you. Nothing. My political ambition, what really triggers me to go into this is I need to do more. I need to give more to the society. And the little I have won't go around. So I need something that is a little bit bigger, that I can be able to penetrate the society. The common man can be able to feel the impact of the governance. The man down there can be able to know that, yes, now we have leaders. Now we have people that can actually speak for us. Okay. And that is what actually triggered me to join politics. And that does not really mean that people call them, people say it a big shot, you are not, it's too young, blah, 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 blah. Age does not really matters. What matters is what you have upstairs, and what you have in your heart, and what you are willing to give out to the society. That is what matters to me.
And even the Nigerian government believes that age does not matter in politics, because they recently signed a not too young to run bill where they ask the young ones to come out in electoral processes. But unfortunately, you find out that the number of youths that are coming out are a bit few, because probably they say party politics playing out in the country restrains or constrain them to engaging in full partisan politics. For instance, now the PDP's presidential ticket is about 40 million, while that of the APC is about 100 million. Now, you as a person, you recently stepped down, let me put it that way, because you were going for your constituency, which is the Chikun Kajuru constituency in Kaduna State, but you recently stepped down. Why did you step down?
Good. Thank you for this question. I have actually expect questions like this. People have called to ask, why do you step down? Why must you have to step down? Being a young, vibrant person, being somebody that people, the masses are looking up and seeing future in you. The simple reason was just one. How many of us are contesting on this position? We are 7. 5 from Kajuru, 2 from Chukun. And you don't expect the 5 of us to compete with 2 people politically. Our vote will be divided. And once the vote is divided, we are actually going nowhere. That is the basic reason, after a long permutation and calculation, the senior people in the politics say they're not going to step down. Me being a young person, a first timer, I just said, okay, let me just rest. If all of us are going in there because of the masses in Chukun and Kajuru, then why can't I step down? It's not a do or die stuff. Let me step down, support any one of us that emerge. Let's take people together, take them to the promised land. That is the reason why I stepped down. Not because I cannot face the primaries, not because I cannot rule my people, not because I cannot represent them. I actually come out to represent them, to represent the voice that has been marginalized from the majority of the Nigerian. And mind you, representing Chikun Kajuru Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives will actually mean me representing the nation, because so many things will be done the right way if people like us will be there.
Now the primaries for your party are over, and somebody emerged as the candidate.
Yeah.
I will not want to mention names now, but somebody emerged, and some school of thought that the person that emerged shouldn't have emerged. Now, do you think that you, as a young politician, would ask your supporters to come out en masse and vote for that person who has been given the mandate to contest against the other parties?
Okay. Politics is politics, right? And being a member of that party and being a citizen of Kaduna State, what I will recommend and I will advise my followers is, we are in the system now, and him being the flag bearer doesn't mean he's going there alone. These are facts that we must make sure we strengthen them. He's going there, being the head. Before now, people like us, we are not there. I have never contested. My other aspirant, about 4 of us are contesting for this position for the first time, despite the fact that 3 are known, 4 of them are known political partisans member and have participated in one level or the other. But now, the era we are, the system have changed. We must speak out and we must encourage him to do the needful. That is why, if they support me, I will actually encourage them. Go get their voters card. Do the needful. Let us watch and see how we can be able to correct the previous notion that says politicians don't do the right thing. We are now watchdogs, that we will watch everything everybody is doing, and if the person is not doing the needful, we will blow it up, we will shout it loud, we will say it to the world, so that everybody will know that actually the rumor people have been saying is true about so and so. That is what we will be engaged in from now.
When you heard the news that the person had won, did you extend a hand of friendship? Did you call to say congratulations for picking the sole ticket?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I first texted him. After text, I called him, and he called me back, and we spoke at length. We understood ourselves very well, and is willing to work with us. So you see, I don't think that would be an issue for anybody saying, okay, because Honorable Kadashi was not the one who the ticket was given, so I'm not going to vote this person. The love you show for me, extend it to him. We will watch closely and we will be fully involved. Vote for him as if you're voting for me, and together we shall reach the promised land. I assure you that we still have 2027.
Beautiful, you brought that up. 2027. Now, you threw in the towel this time. You said you needed to step down for various reasons that you mentioned now. Now, come 2027, are you going to come out to contest? And if yes, what have you put on ground, or what are you going to put on ground between 2022 to 2027, which is a 5-year gap? Now the election is for next year, 2023, which means you have 5 years of preparation. What are those preparations like?
Thank you for this question. Me, Honorable Amos Kadashiswa, I am going to contest 2027. And let me tell my people, let me tell all my supporters that 2027, I will get these tickets. And 2027, irrespective of who you are, I am not stepping down for anybody. I did this now because I'm a novice and I'm a learner and I'm reading the books of politics. But now I have really picked and understood the way the politics of Nigeria is being played. I have kicked off my shoes, take my bag, ready for the battle 2027. When you say what do I put in place, my manifestos is still intact, and everything I promise I am going to do to my people. Let me assure you this. I either been there as a member now or as an aspirant, I will still meet up with all my obligation, the ones I can be able to reach within my reach. I will make sure I do them before even the 2027 to tell my people that yes, this young man here is a politician with difference, not a politician that will just show face, you fail and you run away and hide into the thin air until 2 to 3 months to the next election cycle. They will show face. I am still here with my people, and I'll still continue my activity as it's supposed to be.
Now you talked about manifestos. Could you reel them out again? Now I remember I talked to you a while back and you talked about the manifestos, but for our listening or for our viewing listeners now, what are those manifestos that you have that you think is different or that is unbeatable?
You see, equity. When you talk about equity, the marginalized or the minority in the community, their right supposed to be extended to them. Why am I going there? To represent the minority, because I'm from the minority tribes of this nation, to speak on behalf of the minority, to make sure everything that belongs to the minority is given to them. Okay. One, equity. Talking about health. What do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? I have one thing in mind. Free maternal and child health within my constituency is a compulsory thing I think that I need to do to reduce the maternal and child death. Talking about geriatric medicine, free geriatric health, old people, aged people from the age of 65. With this, they've served this nation. They deserve a compensation. If the nation will not adopt this to make it work, personally, I have the intention of implementing this within my constituency. Let these people who are 65 and above go into all this primary health care, access treatment free of charge. Only thing I need to do is get the drugs sent to this facility. They have people that are working there on salary basis that will be paid on monthly basis. Their own is to do the work. I have my manifestos will continue to explain it till the kingdom come. For the sake of time, I still have educational project and empowerment, especially the youth and the widows. Why do I specifically single-handedly pick out widows? They don't have any supporter. They don't have a husband.
Some of them, their needs, their wealth, their material things have been seized by uncles, husbands, relatives. They are finding it very difficult to even eat. Why not empower these women? Let them get the power, sponsor their children. I think it breaks my heart if I see things like this that people are supposed to do and they could not do them.
It's not something that is unknown or uncommon, that politics is a game of number, and talking about Nigerian politics, it even goes beyond numbers.
Sure.
A lot of people have said that there's lots of money politics going on in the country now. Now, come 2027, do you see yourself amassing that number of population that will come out en masse to cast their votes for you, even after you've won delegates' votes? If your party is going to embark on delegates' primary votes, or if, for instance, if it's going to be thrown open, do you think you will have amassed enough support for you to ride on the back of your supporters to be on that seat?
From the look of things, I knew if my party will give me the flag, I will bring this seat to the party. I know what I'm made up of. I know which stuff is embedded in me. And I know the number of people that are fully in support of my movement. They will call me, I don't even know them. Our confidence is in you. Please, don't just let us by. You are the savior. That is why we choose you. I actually do not, they met me, consulted me and said, few individual actually, it is the type of your person that we want on that seat because we know who you are, we know what you can deliver. I am having a strong confidence that I will get the vote of the general population with or without money. Even though Nigeria is a country where money is the backbone of politics, but with my kind of person, something will shock you. Let's just wait patiently to the time come.
All right, the program is still Valour Unlimited, and we've been talking with our health practitioner. His name is Amos Kadashi Isua, specializes on HIV counseling and education. And now, let me put it this way. Could you just tell us about yourself? You've talked about your political ambition, your philanthropic nature, and the things you've been doing for people. Now, talk about yourself in summary.
In summary, I am young, 37 years old, a father of 4, married to one woman. I have 4 beautiful angels that I love so much and I adore. They are my kids. I am married to formerly Miss Salama Iswa, but now Mrs. Salama Amos Iswa. And we are blessed with Arabella, Afia, Asheshin, and Amami. These are my 4 kids. They are actually so beautiful and so adorable. If you just mention them, you're done with me. To an extent, I've gone to school. I've graduated from ABU. I've gone to plenty schools. From ABU, moved to National Open University, where I did my postgraduate in HIV education and management. I actually have plenty papers on that I keep on ground that we don't really need to talk about them. That is me. I love being myself. Very simple, very local, like the way people will say this guy is actually a very local guy. I am naturally down to the earth. Very simple.
And now you're moving from a health practitioner to a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And and people will ask you, what's the correlation? But though Nigerian politics, we've seen a lot of doctors becoming politicians, and we've seen health workers delving into politics. We've seen lawyers also do that. So, but for you, the idea is that you want your people to feel the impact of governance because you think governance has not really reached your people.
Sure.
So the call for people who are there representing your constituency, representing your senatorial districts, and the rest of it, your call for them, what do you want them to do differently?
My people, my call for them. the delegates, I call on them. They should look at the situation of this country. They should look at the common simple man. Always remember that there will be judgment after this life. Don't sell your conscience. Go for the appropriate person with or without money, so that whatsoever that person is doing, you are rest assured that your conscience is clear, that I didn't take anything to sell this mandate that the masses gave me. That one is for the delegates and the party faithfuls and my entire people. All what I need from you is support. Massive support. Massive support. Financially, morally, spiritually, anywhere you think you can be able to play a role, do it. Remember, prayers is the number one. I will never achieve without prayers. If you will do anything for me without prayers, I don't think that will be needful. But prayers, I respect prayers, and prayers work, and prayers move mountain. I have tested it, and that is why I am pleading for my people to actually pray for me. Join us collectively. Together we stand. Divided we fall. If they prayed and support, everybody will smile. Not just Chikun Kajuru alone, but the entire nation. Because what I will do will benefit every part of this nation.
All right, that's a strong warning with a little bit of a religious connotation to it. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Valour Unlimited. We have been talking with a health practitioner with specialization in HIV education. His name is Honorable Amos Kadashi Isua. He's also an aspiring politician, or rather a politician with aspirations to be at the Federal House of Assembly come 2027, because he chewed the towel in 2022. And with that, we say have a wonderful, blissful afternoon and day ahead.